Okay, hey guys! So today I'm going to be doing a video showing how I do my handwriting. I think I have very nice handwriting. I work really hard on my handwriting, especially on my cards. And so I figured since I wanted to do a little project and put together this sheet, which is going to have all my uppercase and lowercase letters and how I sort of write them. And that way I can look at it as a reference if I'm writing a card and I'm having a bit of trouble doing a particular letter. I can reference this, and so I figured I would share with you guys and sort of show how I do each letter. So yeah, I'm going to speed it up and then I'll come back at the end and have a little talk and sort of explain how and why I do each letter, or particular letters, why I do them. If you have any more questions, like at the end of the video, if I haven't talked about a particular letter that you're interested in, leave a comment in the link in the description down below, and I will do my best to answer it. So I'm going to be using my Memento black marker. I'm going to be using the small tip. I know brush tips are really good and popular for doing lettering. I'm just not very practiced with mine. I probably could practice with it, but this isn't a practice sheet, this is a reference sheet. So I'm going to be doing it in this thin tip for today. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, I'm gonna get into it. I am going to do all the capitals together and all the lowercase together. I'm probably going to do 2 lines of lowercase, one with them separate and then one with them all connecting, so that I can sort of demonstrate to you guys and myself how I connect the lowercase letters. I generally don't connect the uppercase letters, so I don't need to do that. So yeah, here we go. So this is the finished product. I just thought now, just as I was going to pause to start talking again, I just thought I'm gonna, since I have the space, I'm going to do my numbers down here as well, but I'm gonna talk about the letters first. Just put the lid back on my pen. So the way that I work out how I'm going to do the filigree, which is the little sort of accents, I'll just zoom in, is if it's sort of a continuous line, where it's like following like a circular motion, like the A, then I just do a curl straight into it. If it's going into a straight line, like the B, even though I could like curl it around and follow that, I don't go down that way. And so it goes around and then it sort of goes up and then comes down for the line. Other letters that are quite plain, like the C, I just add a little extra filigree. Same with the E. I really like how I do the E's, how I go. I'm gonna get something to point with. Oh, here we go, point with my paintbrush because it's thin. So I go around and then I go out and then come back down. And I really like how that looks. This F's a little bit wonky. but usually it would come sort of straight down, maybe even go sort of in a little bit. Yeah, the L is definitely the letter that I've practiced the most because my name starts with an L, so I'm always doing capital letters, capital L's. Yeah. Then with the lowercase down here, so this first line, they're not connected, second one they are. So I made a couple of small mistakes. On the end here, I went to go up again. I was thinking, well, I could go and, you know, get like some whiteout or something and like erase it and fix it. And I thought, no, because I often make mistakes when I'm hand lettering, which is why I generally do them in pencil first. I wasn't worried about this because it's not like going to someone or whatever. It's not on a card. So I left a little mistake there so that I know that I do often go to do that. Same with the S here. For some reason I did the loop round the wrong way, but that's no big deal. I very rarely do an S like this because I either do them in capital or they're like this, which is how they go when they're continued on, which you can see down here. So I very rarely do an S like this. I more do them like this. And then with the connecting, my hand was getting quite sore, which is why this K ended up wonky. My hand was getting really sore from going really slowly and precisely, and I hadn't been doing much writing recently. The Q isn't perfect on sort of all three instances of it because I don't use Q very often, and so I don't really have sort of how I write a Q set out properly, but that's no big deal. If I ever do use them, which, oh, excuse me, like I said, is very rarely. Usually I'll sort of mess around with it in pencil for a little while. And then the Z, once again, my hand was getting really tired from doing it by this point, and that's why it's got the little mess up there, but once again, no big deal. So now I'm just going to speed it up a little bit more, and I'm going to do my numbers down on this bottom bit, and then yeah, I'll have a talk about my numbers too. Okay, so here's how I do my numbers. I probably could have spaced them out a little bit more. I wasn't thinking clearly, obviously. So once again, same sort of concept. I curl with a curl and then I go back on myself on the straights. I do my fives. They look like an S even when I'm doing like normal fives. They look like that. I don't like that kind of five. I just don't do that. I don't do it like that, and I haven't done for years. So yeah. Let's get rid of this. Okay, so that's the end of the video. Just zoom out a little bit. So this is now my reference sheet. I'm just going to go through and I'm going to erase the lines. I might actually leave the lines for these ones so that I can see how they position on the line, but I'm going to take out these 3 lines here and probably these 2 as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and once again, if you have any questions, leave them down below and I shall do my best to answer them. Oh, one more thing I should just say, this paper that I'm doing it on is 120-pound cardstock from Simon Says Stamp. This is the white card base. I wanted to use this paper because it is very thick, and so I knew it would sort of be more durable. And I did an ink test beforehand with my pen on a scrap of it to make sure it would sort of sit nicely on the paper, and got stuff rolling around. So yeah, that's the paper I used. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.